Hey everybody, so I just wanted to jump on here and leave my review for the new film, Missing. This is actually a continuation to the film Searching, and not so much a continuation in the fact that it's a sequel to the original premise of Searching, but it is done by the same people who brought us that film. And this time it's directed by Will Merrick and Nicholas D. Johnson, who are actually the editors of the first film, Searching. So I think maybe they were inspired by putting that film together in the editing process, that they thought, we have another concept and a great idea to kind of continue this kind of idea with making a movie based on only, FaceTime and Google Images or any sort of webcam kind of, way to film. And they pull it off just as wonderfully as they did with Searching. Now, I will say that I think Searching is far more superior than this movie, but I think this movie is still very worth your time, and it's also very fun. And that is mostly due to the performances by both Storm Reid and Nia Long, who play the mother and daughter duo in this movie. Now, in case you're not aware, Missing is the story of a young girl. She's 18. Her mom is going away with her new boyfriend out of the country for a vacation. And so, of course, being 18, what do? You throw a house party, you have some fun to yourself. And then upon the time of her mother and her boyfriend arriving back home, she goes to the airport to meet them, only to find out that they are not there. She sees that the flight has actually landed and that everything is in good standing. However, her mother and her boyfriend are nowhere to be found. So this movie is kind of just this woman, this young girl, I should say, just trying to figure out and put the pieces together and where her mother could have been. Why hasn't her mother returned home? Where's the boyfriend? And what she comes to discover and find throughout this process is that there's a lot more secrecy than she ever imagined. Now, the movie is really intense, just like Searching was. There's a lot of, twists and turns, things that you don't see coming. There were definitely things about this movie that, again, very much like how I felt when I saw Searching, that I thought, it's going to go this way, and I'm pretty sure it's going to kind of conclude in this direction, but then it kind of veers and goes completely different than what I imagined it to be. So I was once again impressed, and I do think this style of filmmaking is very innovative. I think it's very fun. It's very different to kind of keep up with the digital age, and because we are people who love social media, we are talking over FaceTime, Skype, Zoom, Instagram Live, I don't know, whatever it is, it's just the way that we interact most days. So to see a movie kind of shot from that perspective, you would think could be a little tiring or taxing since we do it on a daily basis. It was actually very creative and very fun. And I really like that the two editors of the first movie were able to take this idea, kind of put their own spin, kind of bring an entirely new story to that concept of filmmaking and give us this. And that's exactly what Missing is. It's thrilling, it's fun. There are parts, of course, where you're gonna laugh. I did laugh a couple times because the movie does like to offer some comedic relief. Now, the movie overall is not a comedy, but there is some, comedic elements to it. But overall, this movie is suspenseful, it is fun, acting is great. And again, like I said, I think this movie is maybe not as best as its predecessor, but I think it is still a very worthy entry into this, what I hope is a franchise. I would be very curious to see if they do a third movie with this style of filmmaking. We've got Searching, we've got Missing, and then I kept joking that maybe the third title, if they should do another one, might be Finding, Looking, I don't know, one of the titles where it's just that thing where you're seeking something out for somebody who is lost. But if they should make a third, I'll be there. I love what this has offered us so far, and I think it's really fun. Check out Searching if you haven't, and then when you do, check out Missing. It's a really good time, something worth watching with friends or a loved one or someone just to go who enjoys movies as much as you do. So I'm gonna recommend this movie just as much as I do the first. Again, first one I like a lot more, but the second one, it's a lot of fun. So yeah, that's my review for Missing. If you happen to get it, if you happen to get a chance to see it this weekend, I'd love to know what your thoughts were on it. Did you like it in comparison to the first one? What were your thoughts? Did you think it was just as good? Did you like Searching? Did you like Missing just as much? I want to know everything. So please just drop your comments and all your thoughts down below, and let's engage in this conversation because I'd be curious to see what you guys thought of this movie.